When you're filled with shame, the natural tendency is to avoid what is making you feel uncomfortable. Avoidance and procrastination are actually just maneuvers for all of us to avoid situations that make us feel discomfort, pain, anxious, or feel stress. According to Forbes magazine, 1 out of 3 Americans suffer from bipolarity disorder, ADHD, ADD, alcohol use disorder, or severe depression. I don't think that all those things have a direct factor to why millions of Americans are currently in debt and why 6 out of 10 Americans do not have an emergency fund or can't get a hold of $400 cash in case of an emergency. Though I don't believe that that's a direct correlation or a correct factor, I do think it has something to do with it. And I do feel that many of us, whether or not we have any of those things, we do have what I call the procrastination or avoidance syndrome. Procrastination, avoiding things that we fear or are discomfortable for us, things that cause us pain, topics that we don't want to discuss, things that we don't want to see. For many Americans, I have come to experience that for many of us, looking at our bank accounts is something that causes us stress. Knowing how much money is actually in our account or how much we actually have in savings is something that causes us anxiety and stress. And for many Americans, for many of us, for many people in the world, just having a conversation about money is something that is not the most comfortable of topic. It's not a dinner table discussion. Why is that? Because a lot of us have traditions from our parents or have perceptions about money that have already been established. You see, for some of us, our parents were not risk takers. So therefore, we do not want to take risks with our money. For some of us, our parents got into major debt. So we therefore have followed their same tendencies to fall into debt and to not be responsible with our money. Money behaviors are not every time, but usually passed on from generation to generation, from parent to child, grandparents to parents to children, etc. And so this is something that I definitely feel and know because of my personal experience, because of me procrastinating. You see, in my life, I have also avoided the things that cause me discomfort and pain. And a lot of the things, a lot of my responses in life to things that have been hard for me are, oh, I'll do it eventually, or I'll do it next week. I put things off that cause me discomfort and impede me from growing. I put those off to the side and I stop. Two examples that I want to share with you from my personal life. I have a stuttering problem, believe it or not. And even though right now, maybe it seems that I am not, you might catch a glimpse of it here, even right now as I'm speaking. But something to overcome a stuttering problem is I signed up for public speaking classes in college. Every time I get a chance to talk at church or to share my thoughts, I share them. When I drive to work, I listen to podcasts and then I pause them and then I record what I learned. I record my voice and I record what I learned from that podcast or that thought or from a lyric from a song that I really like, a thought, anything that I hear. I pause, I turn off, and then I put the record button, and then I talk for 2 to 5 minutes, and then I hear myself in my car on the way to work. That's how I have confronted that fear. And every time I have the opportunity to speak up in a public setting, voice my opinion, or ask questions and have my voice heard, I do it not only to gain knowledge and to participate because I love to talk, but because I have a bit of a stuttering problem that I want to conquer, that I want to get over. You see, it's something that I know is painful, or uncomfortable, but I know I can get over, and I have no more fear. So I constructed that great wall of pain. For all of us, we have a great wall of pain. When it comes to our money, we have a great wall of pain. Another great wall of pain that I constructed in my life with my money is not wanting to take risks with it, or not wanting to be disciplined enough with my money. You see, so many times, especially during college, I would spend my money, or I had bills coming out, or sometimes I had other commitments that I was avoiding paying. Sometimes I remember one story, I had a college class that I didn't pay off. I didn't have enough money. I was just working part-time. And obviously I never wanted to ask my parents for money or anyone else for help. So it took me time. It took me a little bit of owing the college, because they were tacking on late fees. But as I opened up my account, made a budget, looked at how much I owed, confronted it, and paid that sucker off, I felt good, because I was like, oh, you know what? Even though I didn't have enough money, I wasn't making enough money at the time, I was slowly saving and chopping down at that small debt that I had, that small student debt. And that's what I was doing. I wasn't running away from it. I was looking every time, how much do I owe? How much do I owe? How much do I have to pay down? Can I pay more? And just knock it down so that my money could be free of that debt. It's a small debt, but that also helped me to pay off my car loan in less than a year, which I advise you guys in another video to never do. But facing things that make you uncomfortable, especially with money, asking questions about money, wanting to know about money, to know about everything there is to know about it, is so crucial for people my age, for our future children, and for maybe people even older than us who have mismanaged their money carelessly and who feel shame talking about it. I know that there are fears. There's a great wall of pain that all of us have built. All of us have constructed the great wall of pain with our own fears, with our moments of anxiety, and with our own stresses of life. But we have to get in there and knock down the great wall of pain. But Adrian, how do we do it? We face the discomfort. We have to break through to want real growth in our life. And with our money, it is the same way. Especially now, only being a couple days away from the new year. A lot of us are already thinking about the New Year's resolutions, everything that we have to, all of the new goals that we want to set, all the vacations we want to take, all of the goals that we have. But how many of you are going to end up exactly 1 year from now, basically in the same place financially, not having gained any momentum out of digging yourself out of a hole? How many of you will get out of a debt but incur a new debt by next year? And how many of you after Christmas are too scared to log into your online banking account because you know that it's not where you want to be, because of all the gifts, because of all the expensive things that you had to purchase? Now is the time more than ever to stop running away and to avoid procrastination, to avoid your fears, to think about the things not only financially, but on every level of our lives that we want to conquer, that we have to that we have to look at ourselves in the mirror and face the discomfort so that we can knock down the Great Wall of Pain and grow. That is my invitation to all of you guys, that if you guys are self-aware, that if you are honest with yourself about your moments of anxiety, your moments of stress, the things that you have, the moments in your life that have slowly compounded to build this Great Wall of Pain. If you are honest and self-aware about those things and take action on it, little by little, with small things, with small simple actions, and are focused on those small and simple actions, and are committed to doing those small and simple actions each and every day. You see, with money, it's looking at your account every day, knowing what's going in, paying yourself first before you even make it to your job, and not making it to your job already having spent $5 on coffee, and already getting to your job and already in a deficit. It's small details, being committed to the details that help you grow, and that if you face those small things each and every day with passion, with real action, with real intent, then you can break through the Great Wall of Pain and go all the way. I promise y'all that. Give me a like. This is your boy Adrian Niño de Guzman, Notorious Money. Love y'all. Have a good one.